Okay, so in last class, we saw that how we can utilize uh, the nested follow. So today we will do 3-4 questions, and rest I will give it to you guys to do that 3-4 questions, so that in next class you guys can come. So let me start with the very easy one, and I want you guys to attempt this question. Okay, so if user will give. So if user will give here n equals to 4, so the output should be like this: 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. So this is the one approach. Other question is, if suppose user has entered 4, should come like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is one. Other could be 4, 3, 2, 1. If user has entered 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now next is 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, like that. So these are the things you have to do. Now let's try it and check whether it is possible or not. So attempt this, take 2-3 minute time and see how many of the questions you can attempt. Okay, so it's 9:35 and take 5 minutes, 9:40, and see how many of the questions you are able to do. Please try to attempt, right or wrong, whatever it is, try to attempt. Okay, so anyone has done any of that? Any of that attempted or got the result?
Yeah, I got two of them, first two.
First two. Okay.
Yeah.
And Abhishek, for you? Abhishek, are you there? Okay. Nice. See that. For this one, what I can write simply for I in range 1 to n plus 1. Okay. Now, what I will do, print, see that. I'll try to make it, if suppose I will write it like this, print I, okay, and end is equals to this one. So in that case, what will happen? It will print 1, 2, 3, only one line. But if I want to repeat, we can use one for loop in that. But is there any way we can make it in one loop? Let's start it with the uh, and let's see. So for I in, for I in range 1 to n plus 1. Okay. And see, if I will do print I comma end is equals to this one, and let's see that what exactly the output is coming. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But what we need here, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. So is that way we can do it? So simply for I in range, this one we can make it even n also, because that we need to make it this one here for j in range, that one, and I will print here I. Now let's see. Oh, sorry, here I have to change the line. So it is actually going this one, so you can make it this plus one. Okay, that's correct. It is just iterating 4 times, and every 4 times this one is doing this. So do you want me to explain this, or you guys understood that this one? And
Mm.
simply in this one, you do not have to make anything. Just on place of this, you have to write j. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Because this one is changing it every time in the same line, the j. Okay. Earlier I wrote I. So to make it more simpler, you can write here 1 to n plus 1. This one also. Okay. So this is 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. And if I put j here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now let's see this one. So what we have to print? 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have to start with C. We have to start with the n, and we have to keep on decreasing by one value. So it is simple. See this. Let me show you for j in range 1 to n plus 1. Okay. And simply here I'm printing just n and equals to space. And I'm just changing the line after every do. And let me run this. You can see 4, 4, 4. Now I have to keep on changing from the every line, like 4, 3. So j, first time the value of j is 1. So 4 minus 1, if I will do, it will be 3. So instead of going with like this, I can make this one like this. Okay. So first time the value of j is 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. Then the value of j is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. Then the j value is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2, like that. That will see this. See, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. Correct. Any question in this? Okay. Now here, this one. This one is, I think, in star, we had seen it. So this is as similar as that. So this one you have to write here I, and then you have to print the J here. Probably it should work. See this. So since here 1 to n plus 1, 1 to I. So I is 1. What's So what I'm doing here, first in first row, I have to run it for one time. So first time the value of I is 1. So 1 to 2, it means it will run it for one time. Second time, the value of, because this loop will work only one time and the line will get changed from here. Now the value of I. So the value of I will get changed now 2. So it will start it from 1 to 2 plus 1, 3 means 2 times. 1 to 3 range means 2 times, 1 and 2. So the J value will be print 1 and 2 in the same line, and then it will change the line. Loop got over. Now the value of I is 3. So it is, understand? Any confusion in this one?
No.
Now this one, you have to write 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. So simply, if I will just use n minus j, so it should work. So here I have to start this with the I. Because from the n I'm subtracting 4 times j is 0. So 4 minus 0 is 4. 4 minus 3, 4 minus 1 is 3 for the second time. Because first time it is, it will run it for the one time. So that is the result is 4. And then the second time the value of I is now 2. So it will run 2 times. So first time from the n it will subtract 0. So that will be the 4. Second time it will subtract 1. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So this is how it works. So is that clear to everyone? Okay. Now I'll give you a practice question. So for that, you have to just understand, if I will write CHR of 64 and if I will run here, sorry, use print. So CHR of 65. So it will start with A. Okay. And it will keep on increasing. If I'll write 66, it will be B. So now what is my requirement? What you guys have to do? Okay. I'll just give you the code. 1 second. So you have to create a code like this. Right here. So if users entered n is equals to 4, n is equals to 4, if users entered n equals to 4, okay, so output should be like this: A and B, A, B, C, A, B, C, and D. Okay, so this is how the output should be. Got that? So you have to, this is the one pattern and you have to do. Now the other, I'll give you a little bit complex, and I want you to do that. Okay. So if n is equals to 4, the output should be 4, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Understand? This is, and this is, understand it. Tomorrow you have to come in the next class for this and this one. Okay. You have to solve this. Okay. First, try to attempt by your own. Try to go to whatever the right, wrong, anything. Try, and if it is not, then you can take an help from the Google or something. Okay, but just try it by yourself. Then only you can improve your coding aspects. Okay. Now, today we are going to understand the while loop. That what exactly the while loop is. Okay. So while loop is exactly same like the for loop. Okay. It's a loop concept, but there's some difference. Let's see. So if suppose I have to print the value from 1 to 10, so in for loop, how would I write? For I in range 1 to 11, print I. Okay. So first time the I value is 1, then 2, and then keep on going till 10. Okay. But the same thing, if we have to do it through the while loop, so what is the syntax? We have to write here while I is less than 11. Okay. Then giving the block. So this is what this is called condition. If you remember, I had explained this one as an operator, comparison operator. So it is comparing if this I value is less than L, then come inside this block, and print the I. Now here my question is that syntax completed? No, because we do not have the value of Y. What is the value of Y? So you have to initialize always the value in while loop. So suppose I have initialized it with the 0, because if you have to start it with the 0, you initialize it with the 0. If you have to start something from 1, you can initialize this with the value 1. So if suppose we have to initialize it, we have to print it from 1 to 10. So we will initialize I with 1. So now how it will work? It will compare while, you know that something while meaning, English meaning of while is until. So while I is less than 11, till that time it will print this value I. So first time, what is the value of I? 1. 1 is less than 11. Yes, condition is true. Until this condition will be true, it will print this value. So I is less than 11, it will print I. Next time, again, it will go on top. It will check whether I value is less than, yes, I value is still 1, and it will print 1. So what it will keep on, it will go in the infinite loop. Infinite loop, because here every time the value of I is 1. So what we have to do after printing the value, we have to increment the value. So I equal to I plus 1, or you can write it like this. This is also the syntax, I plus equal to 1. This both means the same. So first time it will print the value of I, which is 1, and then it will make the value increase by 1 value. So I 1 plus 1 is, now the value of I is 2. Now it will compare whether the 2 is less than 11. Yes, it is less than 11. Now it will print the value I. So what is 2? Then the value of I will again get changed. Now the 2 plus 1 is 3. It will compare 3 is less than 11. Yes. So it will print. So it will 3. So let us see that in a loop, how it will work. See this. If I write I equals to 0, while I is less than 11, print I. If I write like this, it will go to the infinite loop. Let me run it and you will see. See that it will, you can see this here bar. It is keep on, you can see this code exited with error because it has occupied the entire memory. So now here I is equal to I plus 1. I will write, and now you will see that it has printed from 0 to 10. Understand? Because every time, and you can write the syntax like this also. I plus equal to 1. It means the same. Okay? So this is how. So here I have written I less than equal less than 10. If I write less than equal to 10, so the condition will satisfy till 11. So it will print the value till 11. See this. So this is how you can use the while loop. So tell me, is there any confusion in this while loop? Guys, anything you want to ask that you will not able to understand the while loop? Now, if I'll ask you a question, that write a code which keep on asking the password till you until you won't provide the correct password. Understand? Now, if suppose the correct password is AMAZON, Amazon. This is the correct password. Okay. So my question is, you write the code in such a manner that it will keep on asking you the password until or unless you are not giving the correct password. Let us suppose you are trying to enter into the Gmail, and until you will not give the correct password, it will keep on saying this wrong password, right? So can you think of that? So see, here I will do. Let's suppose password is a string here, empty string maybe. So while password is not equal to Amazon, if it will not equal to Amazon, it will keep on asking password is equals to input password. Okay. So here what I'm doing, asking the user to input the password. If let's suppose user has input something ABC, it will go and check. No, it is not equal to that. Okay. So it will keep on asking. If they will ask, if they will give. So now what will do here? Int. You see that? Enter password ABC. Enter password ABC. ABC or something CDE. XYZ. Anything. Now let me add AMAZON. Amazon. See, successful login. Understand? It's a 3 line of code, 2 line of code. You can write it here something like that. Print entered password is wrong. Okay. Suppose I entered a password with enter password is wrong. XYZ ABC. Now successful login. Understand? In a 2 line of a code, how easily we can do that. Agree?
Yes.
So this is how the while loop works. Okay. Now let's understand the another and the very important topic, which is called conditions, like flow control in if else elif. It's a very important. So please focus on the conditions, that how we can use if else. Okay. This is going to be utilized in a very good manner in a lot many interviews and things. So please be focused on that. Now, what is if and else? See, if I'm writing one simple code and I want you guys to answer that what will be the output. If 10 is less than 20. Else. And what will be the output for this?
Hello.
If 10 is less than 20. So what will be the output for this?
How are you?
Sorry, what will be the output for this?
How are you?
What will be the output for this?
It will be an error, I guess, because we cannot use the if after if, right?
See, now let me explain the syntax and then we'll do the implementation with the simple code. So here, what could be the multiple pairs can be made? If, else. Okay, the first pair. If, elif, the another pair. If, elif, else, another pair. If, elif, elif. You can use multiple elifs and else. Okay. You can only use if. Okay. You can use if, elif, else. You can even use it like this. If, two ifs also. That is also fine. You can use it like this. If, elif, without the else also. So this can be things we can use. Now let's understand the first condition. And this is, I'm writing it, it will follow at all the time. Okay. If block will only execute if the condition is For an example, I'm writing if 10 is less than 20. So here the condition is true. So whatever you write inside this block, print or whatever, it will execute. So the first thing. Second, this if block. Okay. Now, elif block. Okay. And remember this rule always. If you want to note it down, or if you can remind it, that's better. Elif block will only execute if, understand, elif block will only execute if the condition of if block will fail. Okay, getting it? Is there any confusion in this two line?
No.
So if block will execute when the condition is true. Elif block will execute if before the elif block, if any if condition or the elif condition, it will get fail. Okay. Why? Because before the elif, there could be the possibility of the elif block. So if any conditional fail, it's not if only, any conditional fail, either the if block in the elif block. If it is conditional fail, then the elif block will execute. So what is the scenario here? If block, if suppose this is got fail, then here let's suppose other elif block, here other elif block. So let's suppose this if block got fail, so it will execute this if block. If this elif block will successfully got execute, then this one will not execute. But if this one is not getting executed, if this condition of elif is got failed, then this one will execute. Understand? This is how it works. Else block. It will only execute if above to its all blocks condition will get failed. All blocks condition will get failed. Okay, clear? Now, if you have multiple if suppose one if and then after another if. Okay, so what happened in these cases, if suppose you have if here, if here, and then here elif, and let's suppose here else. These four things are there. So in this scenario here, focus on this one. In this scenario here, I said when if block will get failed, then this elif will execute. If this elif condition will get failed, then this elif will execute. But in this scenario here, what happened? Your Python will check this if condition. If it will pass, that's correct. If it will not pass, then also this one will execute. Whether this if is getting condition is getting passed or fail, that doesn't matter. The wherever you will write the if condition, the both if condition will get executed. It will check the both if condition. And now when this elif will execute, when this if will get fail, no, then it will come to this elif. If suppose this if condition got failed, so it will definitely come to here, whether the previous if is passed or failed. Let's suppose if it is checking this if, and if this one got failed, then it will come to this elif. If this elif will got failed, then it will come to the else. Getting my point? So if you have a multiple if, the both if condition will get it will check the conditions. Okay. So now let's see it here in the code. See that. If n is less than 20, how simple it is. Print hi. Let me run this only. See, it has printed. Now I'm writing here else. See the indentation. If and else will be in the same line. Okay, don't get confused. Print else block. Let me write here to get understanding. If block. So as per our understanding, if block should execute. Okay. Now if I'm writing here, if 10 is greater than 20, see this else block executed because this condition got failed, but it has checked this condition, right? Now let me write here elif. Whenever we write elif, we have to write the condition. So 100 is greater than 120. Okay. Print elif block. Okay. Now let me run. So can anyone tell me what will be the output?
Else block.
Yes, because first time it will check this condition. It is getting failed, it will not come inside. Then it will come to elif. Elif will only execute that before the elif if the condition will get failed. So here it is getting failed. Then it will come to the elif. Now elif condition will check that is also got failed because 100 is not greater than 120. Then it will come to the else block. In else block, there is no condition. Whatever it has written, it will execute. Else block. Now see, if I will write here 100 is less than 120, it will not come to the else block because the elif block is able to handle. So the condition for the else is also before the else, whatever the conditional block you have written, if that will get failed, then only the else block will. Now let me write here if. Let me write here 10 is less than 20. If 100 is less than 98, print and if block. Okay, and then elif and else. So whatever I explained to you guys, can anyone tell me what will be the output? Guys,
Else block again.
let's see. Why else block will execute?
Oh, yeah, it's less than, yeah, correct.
See, first time it will check this. 10 is less than 20. If block executed, and it will, I said it, whenever you write if block, it will check both. Now here it will check this one. 100 is less than 98. No, 100 is not less than 98. Then it will come to the elif block. 100 is less than 120. Yes, then elif. Else will not execute because this elif got executed. If I will write here greater than 100 is greater than 120. Now in this case, if will execute and the else will execute.
So if both the ifs are satisfying the condition, then both will be executed.
Yes, and no elif and else will get executed. See this.
Okay,
Because understand the condition. Elif will only execute if before to the elif, the conditional block will get failed. Else will only execute that just above to the else if the conditional block is there and that will get failed, that condition. Then for the execution of else and elif, the condition is same. Elif and else block will only execute if the conditional block above to them will get filled. Okay, then only elif and else. So here in this case, the both is. Now tell me, in this scenario, what will be the output?
The second if block will work, no?
Only the second if block will execute, because see, it will check this is failed. It will keep on checking this is passed. And if this is passed, it will not go to the elif and else. Because what I said, before to above to the else or elif, if the condition will get failed, then only the elif or else will execute. So here elif will execute when this if will get failed, but this got passed. So if got passed, it will not come to the elif. If it is elif is not getting executed, then how the else will get executed? Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how the complete scenario of if, elif, and else. Okay. Now I'll give you one tricky question, and I want you guys to please try to attempt that question and come up with the answer. You have this list 10 minus 4, 3, 11. Write this question in your notebook or somewhere. 17 and 1. You have to write a code, to find the minimum value. Got that? So it will be like this. You have this list. So I'm just taking the random value, doesn't mean the same. Minus 4, 3, 7, 11, 4. So you have to find the minimum value of this list. So the one of the easiest way in Python, there is a function mean of L, but you are not supposed to use this. Okay, so it has given. How this mean works, you have to find it out, and you have to write a code using the for loop and if else, and you have to give that. Okay, understood? Or any confusion?
No, understood.
So you have to write the code to find the minimum value from a list. Okay. Now, other question will be, suppose you have this string. You have this string A2, B3, C4. If this is a string, how the output should look like? A, B, 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 C, C, C. Okay, that should be the output. Got my point? Because see how pattern is following. If after the string, if any number will come, that string should get repeated that number of times. After B3 is there, so B should repeat it 3 numbers. After the C4 is there, so C should repeat it 4 number of times. Understand? So these two questions and one question I gave you in the pattern. Okay.
Can you tell the second question again, the string one?
You have a string with the character, and then after there is a number A2, B3, C4. And the output should be like, after the character, if the number will come, that character should get repeated that number of times. See, after the A2 is there, so A got repeated 2 times. After the B here, 3 there, so B got repeated 3 times. After the C, here the 4. So C got repeated 4 times. So that should be the final output. Okay. This is your input string. This is your input string and this is your output string. Okay. Please note it down, take a screenshot, whatever it is. And I want you guys to give me the code tomorrow. Attempt it. I want to see the solution. I'll ask you to share your screen and show me what you have attempted. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if no any questions, we are done. Else, if you have any questions,
Tried this while question which you gave about password one. But in that, when I'm entering the correct password also, it's again and again showing wrong password, wrong password. Can you take a look at that? I'll share it in the chat.
okay, share me.
Ved, I too had a question with this thing, whatever you hear it is, this program actually.
Sorry.
I had a question with the program which you just deleted.
Okay, 1 second.
Can it come back?
Let me do that. Yeah, this one. Yeah, tell me. First tell me.
Yeah, this one. So if 10 is less than 20, print if block, right? So if you run the statement, can you run it? It
Yeah,
must
tell me.
come as, so it must come as if block, correct?
Correct.
Then even if 100 is greater than 98, that's also true. Then the second one also should print.
Yes.
And third one is also true. That also must
No,
print.
it will not
Else,
come here. It will not come here. What I said, elif and
mhm,
else will only execute if above to
uh-huh,
the if or else, whatever the block is there, that will get failed. See this. If I will run here, if and
mhm,
second if block is executing. If
correct.
suppose this one will get failed, let's suppose I'm writing here 100 is less than 98. If this one is getting, then the elif will execute.
Okay, unless or until if an else if statement fail, the elif or else statement will not come into this picture.
Do not understand it like that if elif will get failed. If suppose there are multiple elif,
Mm-hmm,
so do not understand it like only the if will get filled, then the elif will execute. Just understand above to the
mm-hmm,
elif or above to the else block. If any
mm-hmm.
conditional block is there, if that will
Okay,
get filled, then your elif or else will execute. As simple as that.
okay. But generally, else is followed only with if, right? It can't be while else also is a program? No, right?
Sorry.
Can while else also be a thing?
While
Only if
else? No,
else
no,
is
no.
a thing, right?
While else is not there.
Correct. Only if else will come, right?
If else, if elif else, if only if will come.
Yeah,
Only else,
those
only elif
permutation
will not come.
combination. Okay. And can you go to your notes once? Yeah, Kohinoor asked something. You can complete that, and we can
Okay.
see the notes.
Check that what he has shared. If P is so C coin, no, the issue is you have to assign this into the P, then only it will check. No, you are assigning it to some other value. Now see that if I do, it is asking I have written ABC. It's a wrong password. Now if I'll pass here, hello. See.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. This one should be, I think, here. Okay, right. So this what I wrote it. Let me check it. So it was running it like this. If I'm working on it. Okay, this one should not print because after writing this again, it is printing this, but that's fine. Okay, now tell me what you were asking. Tell me. Hello.
So if you go up, Ved, even a little more. Not before this, yeah. Here, so this while loop you wrote, right? So in this, first we used 0, then we tried, then we used 2, then we tried, right? So this means that while is used when I have to create a loop.
Both
Or
either it is your for loop or the while loop. Both is
okay.
a loop concept. You have to use it. Okay. So 1 second. It's not working here.
What I did was I just tried. I didn't give anything. I just give I equal to 0 while I is less than 11. I just print I. Then what happened is it went on going, and at last it came as memory overflow, and the web page got closed.
Yeah, because I
So,
showed you, because you are not increasing the I value. It will keep, see, if you write I equals to 0, I less than 11 and print I, the value of I it is still 0. It is not getting increased. So
okay,
0
so
is
it's
always,
just printing zeros.
yeah, 0 is always less than 11. It should keep on going in an infinite loop and it will fill the memory.
Okay. So whenever we use a while statement, we have to have a check
Yes,
that
you
the
have to
loop is not
change
going
this
infinite
variable.
days.
You have to change this variable, whatever this variable you have to, then only, otherwise if the value is same at every time, then what is the point of comparing that whether it is same or not?
Correct. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool then. Okay, so I'm wrapping the session. If no questions, and please try to attempt the questions, the 4 questions I have given, try to attempt those. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.